Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. You don't know what we South Africans know. We are built different.
For many MMA fans, the fight between the Chechen Wolf and the African Lion holds no mystery.
Like if I told you, hey, I think Chimaev's going to beat Dricus, okay, great. If we all get up and walk out of the room, we're fine. The problem is if you're going to ask me how. How is he going to beat him? Because I am not fully confident that Chimaev can take him down at will. I'm not fully confident he can keep him there. We're going to know in the very first round. If Dricus gets taken down in the first round, things are going to unravel very quickly.
The unstoppable Khamzat Chimaev is seen as the toughest challenge of Dricus's entire career, and many have already written the champion off completely.
Yeah, I'll just out-wrestle him. Yeah, that's a game plan. Yeah, sounds good.
If we're gonna run, I have to run after him, So if he fights, I'm gonna fight with him. So that's it.
But is DDP really planning to overcome Chimaev? What happens to Khamzat if he can't finish the fight early? Why won't this bout go the distance? And why are we about to witness one of the greatest title fights in history? The answers to all these questions coming up right now. Get comfortable and let's begin. Dricus has often been criticized for his silly fighting style, and those critiques aren't exactly baseless.
Dricus, I respect you for that because you fight like a fucking maniac. But I won that fight and I'm gonna win this fight, so fucking saddle up and let's get it done.
Yeah, I fight like somebody on the short bus, but you look like the driver.
In many of his fights, the champion rarely shows off clean technical boxing. He takes a lot of dangerous shots, and he's never been afraid to take risks.
Whatever he's doing works. He's the world champion, and how do you spar for a guy like that, Don't change anything that he's doing on account of what I say.
But instead of calling out Dricus for his imperfections, let's look at things from a different angle. Du Plessis is a world-class fighter who has never made a fatal mistake inside the octagon. Every move he makes on the feet is calculated and connected. You could analyze almost any of his fights, but we're going to focus on the very best ones.
UFC middleweight champ Israel Adesanya has kept a low profile a little bit this week, but he is likely the most interested observer watching Octagon side tonight. Dricus Du Plessis, the plus 265 underdog tonight, taking on that man, the credentialed Robert Whittaker. Du Plessis in green, Whittaker is in black. Here we go.
Beautiful jab by Du Plessis from the southpaw. He stunned him back. He's hurt bad.
Oh, now low leg kick.
Du Plessis got Whittaker in all kinds of
Whittaker's in a world of trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Big strike raining down by the South African. Whittaker covers up. Do you believe it? Dricus Du Plessis calls his shot and stops Robert Whittaker inside 10 minutes.
Wow. Dricus still knocks.
And one of the most brutal, his war against Israel Adesanya.
I'm gonna kill your dreams. I wanna kill your dreams.
For the champ, it was pure hell. Dozens of clean shots absorbed, bad exchanges, and what looked like a complete lack of a game plan. But in reality, it was all part of the strategy.
Else needs to be said. The words now give way to the action. There's an undeniable anxiousness, I would think, for the entire MMA fan base as they get ready to watch a fight of this caliber and this magnitude. UFC Undisputed Middleweight Championship. Dricus Du Plessis, the incumbent Israel Adesanya, the challenger. Round one is underway. Special shorts on both sides, black and gold for Adesanya, the green for the South African champion, Du Plessis.
It'll be very important for him to kick. Oh, nice right hand.
Yeah, that's a good right hand from Du Plessis, and then back to work with the left kick. Adesanya shakes off that. Nice weapon choice there by Du Plessis.
Nice uppercut.
Took momentarily, pauses, style bender.
Nice left hook there by DDP. And Adesanya chin was way up in the air when he threw that left hook there.
Du Plessis commanding the center of the octagon.
Oh!
He hurt him with that one bad. Right on the side of the head.
Oh, Izzy said, now stand and fight now.
Little Max Holloway downward point, big right hand. 3 in a row for Du Plessis. And now drags Adesanya down.
Straight to throwing one hook in. Let's see if...
Oh, he's got the choke. He's got the choke.
Du Plessis.
Oh, he gets it done.
Still,
oh my God.
South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis remains the man at 185.
The moment he was able to get another takedown, he got it done. You saw him close to that early in the fight. It looked like the momentum was swinging to Adesanya, and Du Plessis, in pure Dricus fashion, did exactly what he's done so many times.
DDP was waiting for one perfect moment, an instant reaction to a single mistake from Israel, followed by a cold, calculated finish. Khamzat, on the other hand, has always been steady on the feet. He's fairly technical, loves to trade punches, and often comes out on top in dangerous exchanges. But if you take a deeper look at Chimaev's striking from a less popular perspective, you'll see a massive difference. The Chechen Wolf has elite-level boxing, but that's not his main weapon. Chimaev uses his striking not to knock opponents out, but to set up a chain of relentless attacks.
I've seen them all. I've seen the good ones, and this kid has it.
He is a wrecking ball.
I mean, this is domination. It really is.
This kid is special. He's different than any fighter I've ever seen.
You know, when you talk about world class, you talk about Gilbert Burns, he's world class everywhere.
I respect his skills. He's like one of the best guys, but not my level. King is coming for you guys.
There is not a spot in the octagon that Gilbert Burns can't compete with everybody in the division.
He started out as a 4-time world jiu-jitsu champion, but along the way, he's become one of the scariest strikers in the 170-pound division.
Khamzat Chimaev, minus 525, the betting favorite at close against Gilbert Burns. Burns maintaining his composure, and for the record...
Kick there by Chimaev.
Oh, wow! Straight right hand drops Burns. Oh, big ground strikes now from Chimaev. That got Chimaev's attention.
He caught him in the middle of the kick.
We're getting a round 2.
Wow, that's a fight.
All right, round 2 here. Henry Hoof calling for some body work out of his pupil, Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, because it's a power shot.
Oh, right hand counter from Burns.
He got stung.
Gilbert tagged him. Gilbert's got to be careful. There's a lot of time left in this round.
Yeah, and we got to remember, we still got 2 title fights after this.
Shout out to
my
JC
goodness.
Santana
He tagged him with
Institute
the right
of Human
hand.
Performance.
Oh, he almost tagged him with that second one.
Pretty good counter right from Gilbert.
This is the craziest fight that I have ever called. 100%.
Burns still throwing fire, blood in that right eye causing issues.
Oh, Khamzat tagged him.
What a fight! Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns go the full 15, and a nice display of sportsmanship. Undefeated Khamzat Chimaev!
It's no secret that Boers is first and foremost a wrestler, and in his case, the striking serves as an extension of that style. Meanwhile, the champion is more than capable of boxing, not just for 5 minutes, but for the entire fight if needed. Among fans, there's a belief that Khamzat's wrestling won't be as effective against Dricus. But is the champion really capable of stopping the incoming storm?
When you fight, it's always first round, you just try and kill them. Right? And I love it.
Our answer? Highly unlikely. Yes, Dricus has shown solid skills on the ground, but once again, the devil is in the details. Du Plessis has looked good in grappling exchanges, but only against fighters who weren't true wrestlers. Sure, he's got submissions, takedowns, and control on his resume, but when it comes to Chimaev, all that becomes more or less irrelevant. Chimaev has effortlessly taken down and dominated elite-level fighters. His wrestling operates on an entirely different level, just as Kamaru Usman or Robert Whittaker.
Herzog handles the co-main event. Khamzat Chimaev minus 225. Robert Whittaker comes back at plus 185. Red corner tonight is 11-0. We'll see if Khamzat Chimaev can buck that trend. He is in white. The former champ Robert Whittaker is in black.
I asked Chimaev, I said, did you learn in the Usman fight that you cannot just press these guys so early because they're championship level fighters? He goes, no, brother, I'm going to get this dude.
Early shot from Chimaev and a sprawl from Whittaker.
He just shoots, like, he takes real shots.
He's got to be careful not to get flattened out.
Whittaker was submitted one time pre-UFC at welterweight 13 years ago back in 2011. Never at 85. Chimaev taking his time, maybe trying to get an elbow home right on the ear he lands.
He
tapped! Still undefeated and likely coming to a title fight near you. Khamzat Chimaev is that good.
Is that how strong that grip is that he got that choke?
He tapped fast.
No, what's wrong with you, man? Give me the belt! No!
Exciting moment in UFC as well, the one that would just happen. Chimaev,
bro, he's terrifying. He does it to everybody. Everybody he gets a hold of, he just ragdolls. Even like really elite wrestlers. It's very extraordinary. His talent is undeniable.
From the moment the opening horn sounds, the Chechen Wolf is locked in, hunting not just a dominant victory, but his opponent's very soul. Boris comes armed with more than just signature takedowns and smothering top control. His arsenal includes world-class freestyle wrestling, judo, and combat sambo. I've rewatched all of Khamzat's fights for you, and there's one key detail that stands out. Like a seasoned predator, Chimaev starts his hunt the moment he gets that first takedown. But here's the twist. He's not rushing for a finish. He waits, patiently, methodically. His relentless ground and pound suffocating pressure and razor-sharp control force his opponents to unravel. Mistakes start piling up, decisions get rushed, and that leads to only one outcome. Khamzat needs just a split second to lock in a choke or joint submission and unleash every ounce of remaining power into a merciless finish. Now, I'm not writing Dricus off, but in this department, we're talking about a whole different league.
I had to go and fight and win that bout. And that's what I go out there to do. I don't grapple to win a round on points. I go for a submission. I don't do pad work every day to outpoint somebody. I hit the pads to knock you out.
Watching Dricus' UFC career unfold, one thing becomes crystal clear. This guy has a rare kind of talent. Sure, many refuse to recognize him as a true champion. His victories are often called controversial and don't always meet expectations. But make no mistake, this man is a champion through and through, built on elite-level fight IQ. When you break down DDP's fights, it's easy to see just how well-rounded he really is. One of his most valuable assets is his ability to adapt mid-fight. Most fighters fall apart the moment their game plan fails. They start making mistakes, lose confidence, and that usually leads straight to defeat. But Dricus, he's a different breed entirely. He comes into every fight with strong preparation and fresh strategies. But even if things don't go according to plan, the champion doesn't panic. He improves, he evolves. In the fight against Robert Whittaker, he was losing in the exchanges until one spontaneous adjustment mid-fight flipped the momentum and secured him the win. In his showdown with Strickland, Dricus practically improvised round by round, and it earned him the belt.
What a matchup it is here in Toronto for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship. A 6-0 UFC start has afforded Dricus Du Plessis the opportunity to challenge for the world title. Sean Strickland is the hunted and trying to successfully defend and produce his 16th win. Dricus Du Plessis is in green, Sean Strickland in the black and gold befitting a champion.
I really do believe this fight is going to show how good these guys really are.
Lunging jab lands for Du Plessis.
And he threw that one with Sean.
Ooh. Big right in the round from Strickland. Du Plessis loads up on the right hand. Strickland evades.
When you're shitting for somebody else's shit every time.
Lunging left for Du Plessis, not a ton on it. Spinning back fist lands.
That was a takedown by Du Plessis. Grabbed the high crotch.
Wrestle!
Cracked him down, put him down.
A standing ovation in Toronto, Ontario,
No, he's not perfect in any one area. Not in striking, not in wrestling, not in grappling. But it's the combination of all his skills and his ability to use them intelligently that makes him a champion no one in the division has managed to beat.
The Khamzat skill is so high level, it makes me wonder. It's like there's some guys, like you see it in jiu-jitsu. There's some guys that look really good until they fight somebody who's really, really good. And then they get manhandled. You know, it's like everybody looks good until they face Gordon Ryan. Like Gordon Ryan can do that to anybody. Like, is Khamzat at that level? Well, it kind of appears that he is.
As for Khamzat Chimaev, his fighting IQ is also among the best in the division. The whole world knows about his world-class wrestling, and yet no one has figured out how to stop him. Even if you take wrestling out of the equation, Khamzat remains a thrilling and insanely dangerous fighter. His war with a peak form Gilbert Burns and the tactical chess match against Kamaru Usman are proof of that. Chimaev is a constant threat, both on the ground and on the feet. The looming threat of a takedown opens up endless opportunities for the Chechen Wolf, and he's masterful at seizing them. Quick entries, sudden bursts of offense, non-stop pressure, positional control, and pure domination. These are what make Chimaev the most dangerous man in the division. But to truly determine the favorite in this matchup, we need to talk about one more thing: the weakness of each fighter.
You got a good headline here, and it says surprising favorite opens for Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev.
I honestly don't give a shit if I'm an underdog going into any fight. No, once I step in there, I'm the favorite every single time. All of you booing right now, go, 1, 2, 3, go. I can't wait to turn those into cheers once again.
Who do you think the favorite would be for it to be a surprise? Obviously, you think Chimaev would be the favorite. Obviously.
And they just might be the key to know how this fight plays out. There's no doubt about it. The challenger deserves to be the favorite. What Chimaev does in the opening rounds is absolutely electrifying. But what happens if the champion exposes Khamzat's biggest weakness? His cardio. Yes, it's true. Physical conditioning remains one of the key issues in Chimaev's game. Boers dominates the early phases, but once the fight drags into deeper waters, his intensity drops, and his effectiveness starts to fade. To pull off the upset, Dricus needs to carefully study the fights against Usman and Burns, the two bouts where Khamzat ran into real trouble. Yes, Chimaev entered those fights after dealing with long-standing health issues, but that doesn't erase the cardio red flags we've seen before.
Well, there's been issues in the past. Hopefully there's not issues now. Hopefully his hand's not broken, and hopefully we can do this title fight.
Many experts love to say that if the fight goes past 2 rounds, Chimaev's chances plummet exponentially, but that's not entirely accurate. At the very least, it's unlikely that Khamzat will enter the cage banking on just a 2-round window. When you look closer, you start to see something deeper in his approach. Yes, he slows down in the later rounds. Yes, he throws less, shoots fewer takedowns, and doesn't control as aggressively. But all of that is part of a calculated game plan. In every fight where Boers has gone to a decision, he's clawed his way through the final round, often looking just as dangerous in the closing minutes as he did at the start. Now, let's talk about the champion. Dricus's biggest weakness in this fight is clear: a massive disadvantage on the ground. He'll have to make up for it on the feet, but that comes with its own risks. Du Plessis' love for wild, risky exchanges and his tendency to absorb huge damage could backfire dramatically. The world might be expecting Chimaev to grind out a decision win, but if Dricus chooses to play that dangerous game on the feet, don't be surprised if Khamzat shocks the world with a knockout. As we've already mentioned, the real battle for both fighters will take place in the early rounds. It seems clear that Dricus has accepted his fate. He'll have to dive deep into the stormy waters of Chechen wrestling and try to survive. If the champion can weather that early storm, if he makes it out of the chaos in the opening rounds, he'll have a real shot at taking over in the championship rounds. A knockout win for Du Plessis feels unlikely, because the moment things get dangerous on the feet, Chimaev can effortlessly switch gears and drag the fight to the ground. For Khamzat, the ideal game plan would be a methodical breakdown of the champion's weakness, mixing in wrestling and striking in a calculated sequence. If he follows that strategy, Chimaev won't run into cardio issues, and considering Dricus' tendency to brawl and expose himself to danger, the Chechen Wolf will have finishing opportunities in every single round. As we've seen time and time again, a base-level wrestler tends to dominate a base-level striker, and no one understands that better than Khamzat Chimaev. No matter how this plays out, we are in for a spectacular historic showdown, one that MMA fans will remember for years to come. Don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.